What's up, what's up? Back in the shed. 12:51, starting a little bit late. I've had a few things to organise this morning. Yes, just walked into the shed. I'm getting this motor off the engine stand so I can get my other motor on the engine stand so I can pull the head off that, the alternator off it, the power steering pump off it, and transfer it all onto the other bottom end that I've just put together. So yeah, this is where we're at. So I'm just going to get that motor off, basically just put it straight down on the ground, move the engine crane back, move that motor over there into the corner, and then I'll drag this motor over to there, put the engine crane back in there, jack it back up, and then I'll put that, put it on that stand, and then I'll move the fan out of the way, and then I can have them just side by side. I'll put the head back together that came off that bottom end because it's taking up a lot of bed space. So I'll basically put the everything back in that head, so it's just sort of sitting there as the complete head ready to go. Also don't want to mess up the rockers and shim location and whatnot, so best I just put that back together so it all stays where it's meant to. Then I will yank the head off this. I'm going to attempt to do so without pulling the exhaust manifold and intake manifold off because that would save me time. But if I find that it's getting in the way, I'll just yank them off and then I can put them back on, not too hard to do. Then I will pull the head off it. Then I'll take the head studs out of it and the gasket off it. The gasket I'll clean up. I'm going to Hylamar and reuse the head gasket. And then I'll reinstall the head studs, put the gasket on, put this head on, torque the head up, put the cams in, time it all up, everything back on. And then I will put the new clutch and flywheel on the back of it, put the box back on, get it back in the car, get everything connected up, get it running, make sure everything's good. And then there's some small bits and pieces I need to do before leaving for Awara Circuit. Tonight is when I want to leave. It's a 5-hour drive, and I want to get some practice in tomorrow at the track before having to compete for divisional on Sunday. So yeah, this is where we're at now. And you guys are up to date. Let's get into it. All right, making some leaps and bounds with the motor. Just jumped in the car because I'm going to head to Satoshis now, Pro Shop Diversion, to go swap this catch can over. And then head to the hardware store to get some bolts for my pressure plate, for my clutch. And yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Now you guys know. I'm leaving. Packing my bags and I'm leaving. I won't be back till Saturday when she leaves. Okay, so I've gone to Satoshi, swapped over the catch can, and then I've just gone to the home center and picked up some, I couldn't find any Allen keys, like Allen bolts, sorry, for this pressure plate. So I ended up just getting them with a 10mm head. It's an M6. But the factory Nismo ones are an Allen key, and they also probably are designed for that pressure plate and are designed to stretch when you torque them or something along those lines. I have ordered some, but I sent them to the wrong address. I sent them up to Bridget's house because I was there when I ordered them. I thought they'd come sooner, so I don't have any. So I've got 2 different size bolts. The total length I can have before it bottoms out on the back of the like the gear ring is 44mm total. So I've got a 45mm bolt, but I also want to stack a spring washer on it, which should give it a tiny little bit more height. The pressure plate thickness is 27mm, so I want enough bite in the actual flywheel. So when I bought it, I bought a pack of 40mm bolts, 10 of them, and a pack of 45mm bolts, 10 of them. I'll stack the spring washer on it, see what it amounts to, and if it is going to torque up and not bottom out on that gear ring, then I'll put the 45s in. If it's going to bottom out on that that gear ring, I'll put the 40mm ones in there and see how much distance that gives me. If that doesn't feel like enough and the other ones are bottoming out, I'll cut the 45mm ones down and I'll use those. So yes, a little bit of a process, adding time to the day that I already don't need to be adding time to, because as usual I'm running late, but I'm feeling stress free at the moment, which is good. I'm like, nah, who cares? If I don't get there till tomorrow lunchtime, so be it. So yeah, I also forgot to ask Satoshi whilst I was there if I could get a spigot bush of him. So I sent him a message on Insta, but he didn't get back to me. Well, he hadn't gotten back to me in the time I'd hoped, as I was about to drive past his street to the shop. So I was like, I'm just going to drive down there and hope he's still there. And he was, and he had one there, of course. So I've got a new spigot bush as well. Let's go home, keep swapping everything over, put that spigot bush in, put the clutch, put the flywheel on, and then we'll see how this clutch bites up. Hopefully it's all good. I also don't have a new rear main seal. Usually it's not something I would ever replace. Like if it's not leaking, don't replace it, is my advice. But seeing how much my last one was leaking, I'm like, maybe I should just put a new one in there. But yeah, I don't have one. I don't have anything here. It's hard. I miss my nice workshop in Australia with hoists and time machines and all the tools under the sun that I've built up over the last 12 years. But I'm chasing the dream. Just want to drive my cool car to dinner, you know? You can do that here, so yes. Let's go home. Let's keep chipping away. Hope everyone's well. I'm not ending the video here. I usually end the video here with like, hope everyone's well, blah, 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 but whoever is watching, I do. I hope you're well. Thanks for watching my video. If you're watching this on a TV, you know what would do me a solid, a big favor, is to actually use whatever remote you're using and go down and click the like button on there. This is the first time I've ever asked for a like. I'm not going to ask for the subscribe, and hopefully I'll never ask for the subscribe. Don't want to sell out, you know. But I am trying to achieve big things here, and I suppose if I can get an income from YouTube, that would be nice. I don't think it's too much to ask. If this is entertaining for you, or if any of my videos are entertaining for you, if it's not too annoying, please just press the like button, and hopefully that gives me some traction to be viewed by other people, and then hopefully they will see this and then they'll click the like button, and then hopefully, you know, perfect world, I'll get my 1,000 views and 1,000 likes. How nice would that be? It's never going to happen, but yeah, that might help. I don't know if it will help. I don't know how the old TubeU works, but it might. And then one day I might be able to just keep doing what I'm doing already, but just do more of it, because I don't want to ever create content for just creating content. You know, I see so many people out there just creating content for the sake of it, like, oh, today I'm going to turbo this fucking go-kart, and I'm just like, it's cool, and if you actually want to be turboing your go-kart, then go for it. But I feel like people just come up with these like thoughts in their head to be like, I'm going to do this and it's going to get views, and like, you know, that's probably why they're making it, and I'm not, because I'm never going to do that. I don't have the time to do that. Who the fuck has the time to do that? I'm flat chat just trying to live my life. So yeah, I hope I don't ever go down the road of just creating content, because I think it'll get views, because it's not what I want. I really just want this channel to forever be raw like it is, and real like it is, without any sugarcoating, and hopefully it gains enough traction one day so that I can be, you know, a famous YouTube guy, and get paid to do it from YouTube. That'd be nice. But yeah, that's my one ask for my video. Please click the like button. If I don't get an influx of likes on this video to what I usually do, I can see how many likes I got, guys. If I can get a cheeky 90 here and there. If I don't get an influx of likes on this one, I'm fucking quitting. You can get fucked. No, I'm joking. I'm just going to keep doing this because I don't actually really care. It'd just be nice to watch this back in, 10 years time and be like, I did that. And why the fuck did I do that? Also, I'm sure there'll be something else in my life in in 10 years time that will maybe be more important to me. Nah, let's face it, I hope that drifting is the most important thing to me forever, because it's the best. It's the best, I love it. I've talked enough shit. Fuck, it's gone for 7 minutes. It's a lot of talking. Hopefully this wasn't boring. I'm going back to the house. Gonna go fix some shit. Gonna go do some skids. You should do the same thing after this video, because skids are the best. Alright, things are moving slowly, but they're moving well. So I've just swapped the engine brackets on there with the engine mounts on there. Just swapped the filter housing onto it, alternator and bracket onto it, power steering and bracket onto it, and then fittings for turbo. So I've got oil feed down there. Sorry. Oil feed here. If you remember on my last block, I had to weld that one together. Just there. So I was a little bit concerned because as I was putting it together, I'm like, shit, I don't know if I have a dash for fitting, but luckily I had one here, which is strange because usually I don't have anything here. And then yeah, dash 6 water feed. The other dash 6 water feed is on the S14 water neck, and then I've just got the dash 10 return down into the block there. So everything on the bottom of the block is ready to go now. So now what I need to do is get the head off it, clean the head up, re-Hylamar the head gasket, pull the head studs out of it, head studs in that, gasket on that, head on that, torque all that up, time it all up, and then the process continues. Sandwich plate on, flywheel on, clutch on, box on, and then I don't know what I'm going to do about this crater, because if you remember we fell in there last night. So I might push this back even further than I did last night. Actually, I drove it back there yesterday, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I'll try and push that out as far as I can so that we can have some space here. If I'm not confident with that, I bought a big sheet of steel to make another bench. So I've got half this sheet left. I cut that in half. And then I've actually got a full sheet left just behind that signboard there. So I'll probably sacrifice that and put that on the ground, and that should almost cover that whole area, and then it should roll on there a fair bit better. Yeah, that might be my strategy. All right, let's keep chipping away. I don't think I'm going to leave for the circuit at this stage until the morning now. I don't want to finish this at midnight, have to rush into getting ready, packing the truck and loading everything up. I'm pretty over rushing to events. I just want to kind of get there swimmingly so I can, hopefully we can stop breaking stuff so that I can start doing that. But yeah, let's get this head off. Let's get it swapped over and let's get in the car. Holy dooly. I took the intake off because I was like, I'll take the intake off. I've also now taken the exhaust off. So at this stage I could have just bought a metal head gasket and some head bolts and just bolted the other head, wherever it is, that head, back onto that block. And then just put my cams in this one, seeing as I've had to remove all this stuff anyway, but we've come this far. I didn't want to leave the manifolds on there because I was like, it's going to be a mission to line up the head to go down onto it with the head studs, especially with this getting in the way. Because I'm going to have to disconnect this from there, and then also disconnect this back one, and then when I'm coming down with the head, it's just going to be super annoying to get to. So I was like, I'll just take it off, and in all honesty it took me like an hour to get it off, and that's outside of the car. So yeah, absolute mission. So I'm going to keep removing all these water lines. The want to absolutely delete these is an all-time high right now, but when it's freezing here in winter, the heater is actually really good, and also to have just that little bit more of capacity in regards to water, I think helps keep a car cool. So I am going to put it all back on. However, I do not want to. I can assure you that. Head is off on the bench. I feel like I'm working at quite a slow pace today, to be honest. The head's looking pretty tidy. I was going to turn the head all the way over and just give it a slight clean up with the oil stone, but I'm not going to do that. I've decided I'm just going to literally brake clean it, wipe it off, and then, yeah, basically just Hylamar this old gasket, stick that gasket on, and then put the head studs in. So, yeah, what I'm going to do now is yank the head studs out, clean them, and then I'm going to put those head studs in this block. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to clean the gasket so I can spray it with Hylamar so it starts to dry. And then I'll start pulling the head studs out, then put the head studs in that motor, then put the gasket on, clean the head, put the head on, and then put everything back together. Head studs are in, gasket's on, head's clean. About to throw it on now and then get assembling this motor. I am wrecked. It is 9:30 and I'm CBFing once more. However, I really want to have this motor in the car and running tonight so that I can just load up in the morning and head off. So that's where I'm at. I am going to put the head on now, torque it up, and then I'm going to go eat some dinner and then come back and keep going. Literally just snapped off an ARP head stud inside the block. Just trying to torque it to 90 foot-pound as it's specified, so yeah, absolutely devastated. And I've pushed pretty hard to get here, but yeah. I have no idea what I'm even going to do. Yeah. The stud has snapped all the way down the bottom of the thread inside the block, so yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to pull the whole block down, send it to a machine shop, and then get them to, I suppose, drill it and remove the stud. I'm genuinely devastated. So I've just yanked the head off so I can look and see if there's anything I can do. Got all the head studs back out of it. That's what we're looking at. So, don't know if ARP have maybe changed their design, but it looks like you can actually see where the thread is bottoming out there before it actually bottoms out in the block. So you can see where it's like been binding, and then yeah, obviously there's that one there. It's just sheared off. It's fucking wild. Seemed to be torquing up okay. Like went to 30 foot-pound, then to 60 with all of them, and then yeah, as I've gone to go to 90, every other one's torqued up fine, and then I've kept talking this one and be like, this doesn't feel right. Maybe I didn't like hand tighten it down enough, because I don't hand tighten them down much. The stud into the block, that is, I literally just nip them up with a quarter drive ratchet, which is a real small one. Where is it? Yeah, this is the one I use, so it's real small. But yeah, that's fucked. I'm trying to think of a plan of action here as to what I could do. Don't know if you guys can see it in there, but yeah, it's in there, and I have no idea how I'd be able to get it out. It's roughly 50 mil deep inside there, and I mean, I haven't tried to extract it yet, but as you can imagine, I'm sure it's going to be a fun time. So I'm going to try to tackle that now. Maybe just get a punch or something and try to see if, hopefully, because of the way it bound, like it was binding at the top of that thread, maybe it just snapped off and then that's going to be loose in there. I fucking highly doubt it, but you know, hope's free. So yeah, I'm going to see what I can do here. And hopefully it's loose. If it's loose, I'll come back with a plan of action. If it's tight, I'll come back with the next strategy. All right, well, I've tried pressing this sort of down into the block and sort of trying to like go backwards, but it's definitely very stuck in there. So what I'm going to try to do now is just get this acetylene torch and heat up the side of the block. This is where the snap stud is. This is where it bottoms out. So I'm just going to try and heat up this area. It's 40 mil inside the block. So yeah, I'm going to try and heat this area up and then try this process again. If that doesn't work, I am going to, I've just prepped up this, it's an old head bolt, and I'm going to try my absolute best to center punch it and drill like directly down the center of it. And if I can do that successfully, what I can do is I can actually sit this head bolt inside the head and then use it technically as like a pilot. And I'm going to drill down through the center of this, down into the top of the head stud, because at this stage, it's the way it's snapped off, I'm not going to be able to like get a drill bit to kind of bite onto it. So I'll need something to guide it, and this is what I can think of doing the best. So I've prepped that up at 40 mil, so that'll sit flush on the top of the deck of the block. And then, yeah, I'll use that as my pilot to drill down and into the snapped off head stud. And then hopefully I can drill down into that and then get a bolt extractor and tomorrow and extract the bolt. But yeah, at this stage, it's all just hopes and dreams. So yeah, let's get to work. Alright guys, so I've drilled my pilot hole down through the center there, and then I can slot that into the block like I said and drill, but none of my drill bits are sharp enough. They're all pretty shit. So yeah, I'm on to the next idea, which is taking the gas lens off the end of the MIG, sticking the end of the MIG nozzle in there and welding to the stud, because the block's alley, so technically the steel shouldn't, like the MIG wire shouldn't stick to the steel. As you can see, it started to slightly drill into it, but that took me forever and it didn't really do anything. So yeah, my next plan is to weld in there and then continue to build that weld up until it gets up here to the top, and then weld a nut onto that and then try and undo it with a nut. That's where I'm at. That's what we're working with now, guys. So like I said, I pulled the top of the MIG, like gas lens off the MIG, stuck the nozzle all the way down in there, and then built that weld up all the way up into the top here. And then I beveled out a flat washer, welded the flat washer to the weld, and then I cleaned up a nut, and I've welded the nut to that washer. So now we'll wait for that to cool down a little bit, and then we will try and unwind it. I think it's actually working. Maybe. Holy shit, if it is, I'm going to be stoked, but fuck, it's already 1:46 in the morning. I'll be real hard pressed to get to the track. It's actually just spinning flat in there, so maybe not. This was round one. Unfortunately, you can see how little was touching, so it kind of just snapped off. So I've tried to kind of like stick it down in there this time and swirl it as I was building up the weld at the bottom there, so it could grab on a little bit more, but we'll see if this works this time around. Well, that did start flush and I am spinning it, so we'll see. Moment of truth. I don't know if the bolt... Oh, yes. We've done it. Fuck yes. Good news, head's back on. Everything torqued up as it should. 90 foot-pound or 124 for memory, newton meters. My torque wrench is in newton meters and I only went to 120, so slightly shy, but that's everything done. And I have reused a head bolt and that also torqued up to 120 foot-pound, which is awesome. So hopefully that holds up. 5:40 a.m. Motor and box is ready to go in the car. I'm contemplating whether I should call it a night/day here. Go have a shower, go to sleep, wake up at midday, and then hammer the rest out, or if I should just keep going now. Not too sure. Feeling alright at the moment, not feeling too dead, but I know that this next part's going to be a absolute dog, and I'm not looking forward to that, so that's actually the main reason why I'm like CBFing, so yeah. I'm tired out of 10. Yeah, I'm going to call it a night here. I'm going to go get something to eat because I haven't eaten dinner. It's now breakfast. So I'm going to go grab something just quick to eat, have a munch of that, get back home, have a shower, go to sleep, set my alarm for probably 12. I'll work it out once I actually get into bed and I see the time. And then I'll wake up feeling a little bit more refreshed and just keep smashing it out. So yeah, it's been a big night. But it's ready to go. Everything is on. All right, let's eat some food and go to sleep, and I'll see you guys in a couple of hours.